I am going to put on a full set of fingernails, a full set of toenails, while talking about depression and giving you some things and ideas you can do to cope if you're struggling with this. We're wasting time. Hello, hotties. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Mack, and I am currently a 7th grade math teacher. You know, this is as good time as any for you to subscribe to my channel. It's that little button. Go ahead. Did you do it? Okay, quit wasting time. Do it now, please. Okay, so it is no secret that once the COVID-19 pandemic ravaged our world, people started developing depressive disorders and anxiety, among other things. So I figured it would be a good time to talk about depression, things you can do to cope with it, while doing one of my favorite activities, self-care involving manicures and pedicures.
Now, I know you're a professional. You don't call these manicures and pedicures. When you do, that's what you call your real nails. But me being an ordinary person, I don't want to say full set of fingernails, full set of nails every time I talk about doing my nails and toenails. So can we just call it a manicure and pedicure? Okay, I'm rambling.
I should probably edit that out. Okay, so back to the point. If you're interested in watching me put on these fingernails and put on these toenails while talking about depression and some possible strategies that you could use to cope with it if you're struggling, I'm ready if you are. I used to think that I did not experience depression or depressive symptoms because I was not sad. When I went to the doctor to talk about my anxiety, he told me that most people that have anxiety are depressed. And to be honest, that kind of made me depressed that he told me I was depressed. What I realize now is I did not know the definition of what it meant to have depression. I just figured that people that were depressed were sad all the time, and then eventually those sad thoughts led to them wanting to harm themselves or take themselves out of this world. But it's a lot more to it than that. Depression can be described as a complicated medical illness that affects your thoughts, how you feel, and how you interact with people and your daily tasks. Now, because I don't want to get this wrong, let me read my notes. According to everydayhealth.com, a depression diagnosis is made when at least 5 of the following symptoms occur nearly every day for at least 2 weeks. Depressed mood, loss of pleasure in all or most activities, significant weight change or change in appetite, change in sleep, change in activity, fatigue or loss of energy, diminished concentration, feelings of guilt or worthlessness, thoughts of suicide. Now, whenever they diagnose major depression, either depressed mood or loss of pleasure in activities must be one of the symptoms for people to get that diagnosis. So the first thing that I do when I'm giving myself a pedicure is I, of course, measure out to see that the toenails fit my toenails. So let me see if I can go ahead and get this done. Ooh, that's really bright and pretty. It doesn't seem to quite fit. Okay, so that's gonna go into the use later pile. Okay, so use later pile. To me, this is the part that takes the most time. Okay, that seems like it fits. Sort of. And it kind of makes me not look so pale. This bright neon will make you look somewhat tan even if you're not tan. That might be a little too big, but whoop, shoot. I think I'd rather go too big than not big enough. Oh, what y'all think? By the way, I would like to point out that I know I show my feet a lot in my videos, but to me that's kind of empowering a little bit, because when I was growing up, my feet were one of the things that people used to make fun of me for. So it looks like a big toe, a 0 fits me. So now I'm just gonna find the other 0. I usually do my nails a toe at a time. Like I'll do both the big toes, and then I'll do both the little toes, and then so forth and so on. So I got my big toes. They're ready to roll. Look how pretty those are. So what I like to do is I like to put hand sanitizer on my toes to kind of dry out any oils or anything So that's what I'm doing right now. It's weird filming both of them. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what I was saying about my feet. My feet are the thing that people make fun of me the most on. I've always had big, long, ugly feet. And so by me, like just showing them off and whatever, I love me. My feet are the thing that get me working, that get me from place to place. They might not be the most pretty thing in the world, but they are my source of power, my source of getting things done. So for that, I love my feet. And you should love your feet too, no matter what they look like. Okay, so while I glue my toenails on, while I get my toenails ready to be glued on, I want to talk to you about what this site I found called beyondblue.org.au says is one of the leading causes of depression, which I found very, very, very interesting. Okay, so what they think is this. They think, according to research, that continuing difficulties such as long-term unemployment, like a lot of people had during the pandemic, living in an abusive or uncaring relationship, long-term isolation or loneliness, prolonged work stress, are among the causes of depression other than recent life stresses. Okay, so just getting stressed about one thing is not going to be the thing that puts you in this depressed mood. It's usually things that are continuing. They do say though that if you are dealing with any of the things I mentioned before, that any recent stresses in life can bring that back up or trigger that depression right back if you were overcoming it. You're basically at risk if any of the previous bad experiences or personal factors have affected you. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this little tab off. Some of these don't have tabs, but I think the key to them staying on is I will put a dot of glue. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm not doing a good job of filming this. And this little board I'm using is like so old and faded and stains. So I put a dot of glue there and a dot of glue in the middle. And anyone that has used this glue before knows you cannot touch it. If you touch it, your finger is going to be stuck to your toe. And it's going to take lots of prayers and nail polish remover to remove it. Don't get it on your fingers. You have been warned by me right now. Okay, so according to everydayhealth.com, depression is often experienced with coexisting anxiety. So many people who have one mental health disorder, such as depression, may experience anxiety or another mental health disorder, like attention deficit disorder or something like that. So I don't know with me whether I experienced depression first or if my anxiety came first and I get depressed because of my anxiety. I do not know. All right, let's go to this other little piggy over here. Gosh, I am not good at this yet. I am not good at this yet. Ooh. They do say though that if you are dealing with any of the things I mentioned before, that any recent stresses in life can bring that back up or trigger that depression right back if you were overcoming it. You're basically at risk if any of the previous bad experiences or personal factors have affected you. They say that depression causes fatigue. And that is the thing that me personally experience the most. I feel like I sleep more than any person I know. I sleep all the time. You might as well call me Sleeping Beauty because I sleep all the time. Any of my family will tell you that I can sleep. And it wasn't always this way. It started when I hit puberty around 13. That's when I noticed that I went from having all this energy to not having anyone be able to keep up with me to suddenly I just wanted to be asleep all the time. Now, I'm not sure if I was experiencing depression then. I'm not sure because I didn't know much about it. I just assumed that just people that were sad experienced depression. And I wasn't sad, just was really tired all the time, all the time. So, and also, I would like to add that a couple of studies have found that people with depression, their pain tolerance is much lower. So people who are depressed tend to feel pain more than others. And a lot of times, people don't cause or say depression is a physical pain, but I can see where it would be because it's like your brain is part of your body, and if your brain is sad or you're just not feeling the way you should be, I can see where that would cause problems, you know. All right, the big toes are done. Time to get these little piggies out of the way. So another thing that scientists have found, but more research is needed, is basically a lot of times whenever your intestines or your gut is not healthy, people experience depression, which I found very, very interesting because I never even thought about, you know, that being a part in whether someone felt depressed or not. But they basically said that there's a link between depression and the gut. And many times the gut is referred to as the second brain by scientists. And they think that eating a balanced diet can cause people to feel better and lift their mood, which makes sense because if you eat a balanced diet, you have more energy, less likely to be sleepy, fatigued, or any of those things. So that makes sense. Another thing they suggest is eating a balanced diet. I'm sorry, I said that already. Taking probiotics, which I had never even heard of, but basically it puts a bunch of good bacteria in your system to help get rid of the bad bacteria. So, I hope I can get this little piggy on. Let me remember this number. All right, I'm glad these have little handles on them. It looks like this toe right here is a number 5. So this is where I start to get in trouble. All right, and what I'll do so I don't get my finger on there is I will take it and I will press it down like so, like this, and just keep it moving. That way this thing doesn't get stuck to the glue, because I'm telling you, this nailing glue, the reason I like it is it'll hold my nails on all week. By the way, if you hear noise in the background, my family is cooking dinner while I am shamelessly in here doing my nails and toenails. All right, so once that's done, I can take this little number off and then find the number 5. When I was a teenager, I remember, and without giving out anybody's name or whatever, I had experience with someone I was very close to commit suicide. And just being around the people that were the closest to this person, you know, by proximity and blood relations and all that. I'm rambling because I find this hard and my cats are fighting in the background, so that's great. Anyway, so I saw what a toll it took, and like, I know the person who did this, they did not want to cause that much pain. But apparently, someone who kills themselves or takes their own life, they don't have to be a crazy person. They literally just have to be crazy for a second. and that's when the damage can be done, you know? And anyway, so the damage was done. It was very traumatic. I still think about that even to this day, and that happened over 20 years ago. Yeah, over 20 years ago. I'm losing track of my age. But anyway, over 20 years ago. And I asked the mother of the person if they ever got over it. And they were like, you never get over it. And I believe that. It's just that usually when people are going through those things, they call out for help. And every training that I've experienced has always said little things like, I wish I would just die, or I wish blah, 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 or anything like that needs to be addressed, and you need to take every cry for help as a serious one. Okay, so I'm telling you, like, to me, the worst thought for me is something happening to my child, or, well, and not necessarily that. I feel like to me, when someone decides to take their own life, that to me feels like the saddest way to go. That you thought you had no options, so that's what you decided to do. And like I said, it just breaks my heart, and I don't know what else to say about that because I'm not an expert. I just know what that does to a family. Okay, we're almost done. I decided, because it was taking me so long to do toenails, because this is like my 4th time ever putting on fake toenails. I'm not doing so good of a job as I would like to think I was. So I decided just to show my left foot being done because, you know. But the good news is when we start doing fingernails, it'll go much quicker because, you know, oh, I was worried about this. See what I mean? Like, if it lifts up, you gotta get it on there just right. You don't need to touch it with your hands because it'll get stuck, and your fingers will be stuck to your toes, and toes will be stuck to your fingers. But yeah. If you look in the description, if you are suffering or you're experiencing depression, I put some resources down there so you can find help or a hotline or something. Because there's no need for you to take your own life. Nothing is ever that bad. I mean, I can't think of anything that's that bad. All right? And if you're dealing with a bad home life or something, when you're 18, you can do whatever you want to do. Okay? Okay. All right, I guess that little piggy is done. But see how I kind of missized them? Didn't size them quite right. That's okay. All right, so now, once I get done with this little toe, we can then move the conversation on to what are some things to do to cope whenever you're depressed. And I found something really cool last night, especially for all of you people who like to make lists. Like, I love lists. Lists are my happy place. So I am going to share that with you as soon as I get my toesies done. Okay. Come on, toesies, you got this. The little toe is the hardest for me because my baby toe is like a nub. Like, there's barely any toe on, or any nail on my little toe. And like I said, I went a little too small on these, but like I said, nobody's gonna look at my feet this closely, so hopefully, except for you guys, no one will notice. All right, pedicure done. Let me see if I get both. Ooh, looks pretty good, I think. Time to do the manicure. This is my favorite part because I'm actually somewhat good at this. I'm not terribly good. I'm getting better at the longer nails. I usually keep mine just a little bit shorter than this, but I figure since school doesn't start, school starts in like 3 weeks, y'all. 3 weeks, can you believe that? Since it starts in like 3 weeks, I'm not gonna need my fingers as much. Darn, I dropped one. I'm not gonna need my hands as much, you know, when school starts. You really don't need to have a week where you're too involved with anything crazy like decorating and all that stuff. All right, it came with this. And one thing some of these extra long nails do not come with is these little adhesives. Let me show you what those look like. And I know that I collect the little adhesives that come with the shorter nails. And I found that the key to get these jokers to stick is to keep these around or buy these separately. Because these longer ones don't seem to want to stay on your nails unless you use this and the glue. So just a little tidbit there. But one thing that I've really gotten into lately, and you might have noticed, is self-care. And one thing that I do routinely on Sunday, which today is not Sunday, but usually when the school year is going on, what I routinely do on Sunday is I do my fingernails. And that has been a way that I kind of keep myself like feeling pretty and professional for the rest of the week. And which is one of the reasons I decided to do this activity while talking about depression. Also, it should go noted that if you teach high school or say middle school or teach kids that are say coming back from a virtual situation, be extra kind to them. They have not had any interaction really probably than with their own families. And I know my two children are completely different. They're like day and dark. But like my daughter, she's the only extrovert in the house. So with her, this has been a lot more challenging than it is for my son. And so what I've been trying to do lately is just load her up with things that she can do, especially now that she's fully vaccinated. Yeah. Now on fingernails, I do go ahead and lay those out. It's just the toes, I feel like I'm so new at it. I just want to get them on while I get them on, and gluing them on is kind of overwhelming. So I figure if I have little spaces in between to kind of give me a break between gluing them on, the better. Ooh, these are so pretty. Man, look at that now. Look at that now. It's so pretty. All right, that is number 4. I guess one of the disadvantages to getting older is your eyes start to go. And I don't wear my glasses like I should, so that could be a middle finger. Would that be a middle finger? Another one with jewels on it. Ooh, that's pretty. First finger, middle finger. Let me find one of these with jewels on it. That's a perfect party finger right there. I call this, I guess it's a ring finger, but it used to be the party finger. Man, I wish they would do more jeweled nails on the pinkies. I like the ideas of my pinkies being all blended out. Okay, so once I have my nails laid out, I basically go through and I measure and stick one of these on the back. Okay, so this is gonna be a task that I can do and talk at the same time. Lucky for y'all, right? Okay, so let's talk about some things that you can do to help yourself, say, cope with your depression. You know, I really think that obviously if you feel sad, you should go consult with a doctor, obviously. But in the meantime, do what I like to call, well, I didn't call this anything. This brilliant lady, this brilliant vlogger named Sarah Von Bargen, I ran into one of her vlogs last night on Pinterest, and she said, create an every damn day list, like how to create an every damn day list and why you need one. And I was like, I want to know why I need to create such a list, because you know I love lists. And basically how it works is you come up with a list, obviously, that you do every day, and on this list there needs to be no more than 6 items, because I know you overachievers out there, type A personalities, type A. Well, anyway, all you type A personalities could have like a million things on your list. But try to keep it down to 6 things. Now, basically, there are 4 questions you need to ask yourself while you're creating the list. Okay, and by the way, I will link her stuff down in the description so you can read the article yourself and you can get more examples than what I'm going to provide in this video. But basically, the first question you need to ask yourself is, what is the smallest possible action to take to make your space right or nicer? What is the smallest action you can take to make your space nicer? So this could be making your bed. It could be opening a window to say let some fresh air in and out of your space. This could be lighting a candle or getting a new scented candle, tidying up, you know, anything like that. Now, let me tell you what my to-do list what item went on my every damn day list that answers this question. Smallest action you can take to make your space nicer. Our house struggles with laundry, and you've seen me do laundry. If you've ever watched any of my videos, you know that I'm always doing laundry. So one of the things on my list to do every damn day is to wash, dry, and put away 1 load of clothes. And even before reading this post, I have read somewhere that if you do 1 load of laundry every day and put it away every day, your laundry will never get backed up. Now, I'm sure there is exceptions to this rule, especially if you have a large family. But anyway, so basically the first thing on my every damn day list, and this will probably be the only time you hear me cuss on this video, is to wash and dry and put away a load of clothes every day. Okay, so there's that. Ooh, and I got my little stickies down. See, that didn't take long. Again, I do the hand sanitizer. I rough up my nails a little bit. Now, this is the tricky part. You're gonna have to get the little plastic thing off of the adhesive, which is why I have tweezers. Now, this takes some practice, okay? All right, on with the every damn day list. The next thing you want to ask yourself when creating your list is, what is the smallest action I can take to make myself feel healthier every day? Okay, so, and these can be things like eat a piece of fruit for breakfast, or eat at least a piece of fresh fruit or a fresh vegetable every day. This can be drink 3 cups of water every day. By the way, I go ahead and take all the stickies off at the same time. You could do stretching before bed. You could do 5 minutes of yoga, maybe using Fit On. They have little 5-minute stretches and stuff like that. And no, I'm not affiliated with Fit On. It needs to be something so small that you're not gonna feel like you're not going to do it. Now, let me tell you what I did for my list. You know, I'm already trying to drink healthier. I'm already trying to drink plenty of water in my fitness challenge thing. But I decided to be more specific on when I drink my water. So I still want to get at least 8 cups of water, 8 to 10 cups of water. However, on my every damn day list, it says I must drink 8 ounces of water before I eat something. And anyone that knows anything about any kind of fitness hacks or anything like that, anyone that knows anything about health or fitness hacks, darn, you didn't get to see me peel off the little tabs. I'm sorry, I'm new at this filming simultaneously. Forgive me. Back to what I was saying. Those of you that you know where I'm going with this, it has said that if you're trying to lose weight, drink a cup of water or 2 cups of water before you eat. It'll make your stomach feel full and you won't eat as much. That's why I strategically put on my list to drink a cup of water before I eat anything, including a snack. So it's pretty smart, it's pretty smart, pretty smart. So what I like to do is I push my cuticles back, and then I kind of rough up my fingernails a little bit with this nail file. I put a drop of glue on here, and a drop of glue on my real nail. I hold the end like so, and I line it up. Because see how fingers kind of bend this way and that way? So I kind of line it up to where it will be straight whenever I hold my fingers out. There's nothing worse than, say, accidentally following the curve of your finger, and then your nail looks crooked because you did that. Even though it's not on crooked, your fingernail, your finger is just not aesthetically pleasing the way it's tilted. So back to the every damn day list. The next question you're gonna wanna ask yourself is, what's the smallest possible action that you can make to make yourself feel better emotionally? And I kind of had to scratch my head on this one. But they say that complimenting others, doing nice things for others, is what's going to do it for you. So, gosh darn it, I accidentally got them mixed up. Oh, you see this? Maybe that's that's one of the things you should not do. Maybe you shouldn't take all the stickies off, because then they'll start sticking to you. But normally I'm not this clumsy with the camera and everything. Okay, so glue on here. Glue here. This is another one of my fingers that tilts, so I don't know if you can see. So I kind of have to put this on straight like so. What? Now you're spinning. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Oh God. Okay, got this. Gotta work fast, It's gotta go on straight. There we go. Yes. Okay, so this could be something like texting your friend a silly video, calling your mom and talking for 5 minutes, praying for people that you love and care about, giving people compliments, going out of your way to help a new coworker, complimenting your sales associate, giving your waitress a really big tip, sending your child's teacher a sweet little note. Wink. Oh, wait, I can't wink with this eye. Wink, wink, wink. And notice I wink with both eyes. Wink, 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 wink. Anyway, so doing something that makes other people feel good usually will make you feel good, unless you're like, is it a narcissist? Unless you're a sociopath, which I did it anyway, y'all. I did it anyway. See, I followed the way my nail went and I squeezed and I messed it up and it's stuck. Maybe I can, oh, no. Come on. All right, y'all, it's on there. It's on there and it looks crooked. Even though if I would have just followed my nail path, that's how it looks. So I guess this isn't so bad. Y'all can see what not to do. I should have I thought I did this, but I guess I did not. I should have put it on more straight like so and matched the direction of my finger instead of, anyway, God, that's gonna bother me. Can I? I've never done this before. Oh God, it's coming. Okay, that nail is garbage. I'm gonna come back to that later because I just, Real quick, let me go ahead and do this again. And I'm going to show you this time for sure how to take the adhesive off the back. And like I said, there's really no easy way to tell y'all how to do this. It just takes practice. And like I said, when I start dealing with these super long nails like this, I usually will find like a bubble in the plastic. And then I just try to lift it up and separate it from the adhesive like so. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. Hopefully it won't be crooked. I kind of put some glue. I kind of scraped off what was on there, and now I gotta put it on straight. So, like, hold it straight and don't match the nail, just straight down. There, let's see if that works. Okay, that is much better, much better. Okay, so on my every damn day list, I have put on there to send my big sister a funny Snapchat video every day. Cause oopsie, there we go. Looks much better. Okay. Anyway, so on my list, I send my sister a funny Snapchat video every day. And I was doing pretty good there for a little bit, but then I got off the handle. But I set in my little vlog thingy, which you probably won't see for a while because I've already got 12 episodes and I've only released 2. And then the one that I would have released this Friday is gonna be this video. So anyway, I'm gonna send her a snap every day, telling her I love her or tell her what I'm doing, because she lives all the way in Kansas and I get to where I miss her so much. Okay, so now that I've got these 3 fingers done, then I start doing these 3 fingers, because these are the fingers I use to press on the nails. So I just kind of do these 3, these 3, these 2, then. Okay, I decided to do these 3 off camera because I'm running out of stuff to talk about and I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you wasting my, wait a minute, you're the one who clicked on my video. Thank you for spending your time with me. Have you subscribed yet? All right, anyway, so the last thing you need to do when you're considering your every damn day list is, what is the smallest possible action that will make you feel on top of your life? So I particularly like this one. And one reason, I mean, it's kind of hard to come up with stuff because, especially ever since COVID started, I have been doing more things to take care of myself. You know, like I've done the nails, and that's important because that helps my morale. I mean, so this one was hard because I've already been trying to do more things to take care of myself. So to come up with something completely unique that I have not done religiously that I feel like I need to, is I've decided to moisturize my skin at least once a day with my magic lotion. There's a video I made of my mom's recipe if you're interested, but I've decided that that's what I'm going to do. Now, for those of you who don't necessarily want to do that or already do that, maybe your thing could be put on some perfume, or maybe it could be set out your clothes the night before. Maybe you don't do your fingernails and you want to start doing your nails, and that's going to make you feel like on top of the world. Maybe buy yourself a cool pair of sunglasses to make you feel like that boss woman that you are. I don't know, just think of something that you can do that's going to make you feel like you're on top of the world. Maybe buy yourself some pretty lingerie that only you know about. You know, it's a PG channel. Anyways, so something that'll make you feel like a boss. And I've decided to moisturize my skin because whenever my skin is soft, I just feel like I'm so pretty when my skin is soft. Okay, so you get this nail on, and I'm going to do the rest of these off camera, and then we are going to conclude. Then I'm going to read you my list one more time. And then I really encourage you to check out the blog that nice, awesome writer wrote, Sarah Von Bargen, and get some more ideas from her. I think she even has a free download of something or other that looked very helpful, but I hadn't had time to check it out yet. All right, so, oh no, did I do it again? All right, so this hand is done, gotta do these. While I put on these last 3 nails, why don't you enjoy this super fast list of like 100 things you can do if you feel down. You might want to pause if you see something you like, or click the link below to go straight to the article. Be back in 1 second. Okay, so, all right, I got them done. Ooh, let me show you what they look like. Kind of long, I know, but I mean, every once in a while it's kind of fun. All right, so just to recap.
The things I'm going to do for my every damn day list is wash, dry, and put away a load of clothes a day, drink 8 ounces of water before each meal or snack, send my sister a funny Snapchat message daily, obviously because it's on the every damn day list, moisturize my whole body, and number 5, I'm going to write a prayer reflection every day of the highs and the lows and being thankful and all that good stuff. So that is my every damn day list.
I would like to end this little segment of the body of my video with the number you can call if you are struggling with suicidal thoughts. It is 800-273-8255, and that's the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Or go to your nearest emergency room. Please, please, let people help you. Okay, let people help you. So if you want to find a therapist, call the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration at National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP or 4357 for free and confidential referral for a treatment. Please do this. You owe it to yourself to see what you can be. And like, I've always been an optimist and I believe in happy endings. And if you're struggling, I really believe there's a happy ending for you. Just do something different. If what you're doing right now isn't working, get out of your comfort zone and do something different. Start you an every damn day list. All right, that is it for this video. If you found it helpful, informative, or even entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below the fingernail emoji. Oh, my student's gonna kick out of me every time I do that, but I know I'm not Cardi B, so I'm not gonna try to be, but please comment below that fingernail emoji below. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And anyway, thank you for hanging out with me. I don't know what else to say. I will see you guys in my next video. Have the best day ever. Oh my God, I got that all. Okay. I hope you guys have the best day ever, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.